Somebody asked, and I'm not going to say your name, brother. I'll keep you private. Somebody asked, how do you overcome procrastination? And here's the thing, guys. I sit and think, like, I don't have to do these lives. I do these lives out of genuine just goodwill of trying to help you guys win, right? I want you guys all to win. And I get this question, how do I stop procrastinating? And it infuriates me. I look at the camera. It genuinely infuriates me. All of the questions, there's a whole thing of questions here, right? And then on Twitter as well. How do you overcome outside opinions? How do you overcome procrastination? How do you stop being lazy? All of these come down to like one fundamental thing, and it is that you simply do not want it bad enough. So we will talk about networking in this video, but I want to start this off. Guys, the questions I get on a daily basis from Twitter, Instagram, YouTube Live, 90% of them are what I call bullshit questions. It's how do I stop procrastinating? How do I stop being lazy? How do I do the work? You just do it. Like, guys, there is not a formula or a hack or a cheat code or a science to doing these things. You simply do it. You grab yourself by the balls and you go do it. Like, that's as big as the complication of this needs to get. And the biggest problem with you guys is you're fucking lazy, one, and two, you just are so, you're like a little skittish baby. You're like a little scared baby that's just scared to death of everything. You're scared of trying. You're scared of doing things. You're scared of getting started. You're scared of failure. You're scared of other people's opinions. Who cares? Who cares? Like, do you want to be rich or not? Like, bro, all of you listening to this, do you want to be rich or not? Because you're asking me stupid questions. And again, nothing personal to you guys, but I want you to understand my point. You're asking me stupid questions about how do I stop procrastinating? How do I stop being lazy? How do I stop being a little bitch? How do you think? Like, how do you guys think that you do that? What do you think the answer is? If you had to answer your own question, what do you think the answer is? Do you think it's like some magical cheat code? Actually, bro, you wake up at 6 a.m. and then you go dip your balls in water and then you go for a 5-mile run and then you biohack. No, it's none of that. It comes down to, at a fundamental level, every single question you guys will ever ask me comes down to one fundamental thing, and it is literally, how bad do you want a different life than the one you have now? How bad do you want to be rich? Do you actually want to be rich? Do you actually want to be driving G-Wagons and Lamborghinis and Ferraris and traveling around the world and doing cool stuff and retiring your mom? Like, how bad do you want it? Like, do you not want this life, or are you just doing this mental masturbation of watching my YouTube, watching other people's YouTube, and just making yourself feel good? Oh, I'm learning, I'm doing self-improvement, I'm learning things. It's fucking bullshit. All of it is bullshit. Every single question that is phrased in that sense is bullshit. You don't want it bad enough. Because if you wanted it bad, procrastination wouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Lazy wouldn't even be a move on the chessboard if you actually wanted it bad. Do you guys think that when I was doing what I was doing and trying to come up and make something of myself, do you think I ever for a split second was like, oh, I'm being lazy today? No. I don't have time to be lazy. I don't have time. I had a girl ask me last night, like, do you ever get sad? I'm like, I don't have fucking time to get sad. She's like, oh, I'm listening to like sad music laying in bed. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? She's like, oh, well, it's good. It's healthy. What do you mean it's healthy? Like, why do you need to make yourself sad? And then all these people always trying to tell me, oh, bro, you should slow down. Bro, you should like your mental health, right? Like all this bullshit. You know who that's for? That's for normal people. You know who doesn't do that? People that are trying to do actual important shit in this life. Like I literally am at a loss for words sometimes. And I'm not trying to be hateful, guys. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you will change your life. But if you ask me, how do I stop procrastinating? I immediately think, write this kid off. He doesn't have a chance. You ain't got a chance in this game. You're worried before you even get into the game about how do you get into the game? How do you stop waiting? How do you stop waiting for the right time? How do you stop being a little bitch about everything? You just do it. You get started. You do it. You take the leap. You start. So if you are asking yourself, and it's not the end of the world for you if you're asking this, you have the wrong mental belief, you have limiting beliefs, maybe you have the wrong perspective on things, right? It's not the end of the world for you. But if you're asking me something like that, or any of you that have ever had a thought like that, I want you to know that people like me and Iman and Belmar and Sebastian and like Becker, Hormozy, all these guys, we've never, ever, ever had to ask ourselves, how do I stop procrastinating? How do I stop being lazy? How do I actually take action today? How do I actually go do the things I know I need to do to change my life? You know why? Because I was here. I wanted to go there. There was no gap in between of like lazy, fear, oh, I don't know, doubt, oh, I'm procrastinating. None of that. There's no fucking room for that. You think Michael Jordan procrastinated? You think Michael Jordan ever had to ask himself, oh, I gotta motivate myself today. I need some motivation. No, because he's a killer. He's a fucking savage. He is a killer. He is built like that. A lot of you are not built like that. A lot of you. And it's not the end of the world. You can build yourself to be that, which is the good news. But you need to take a good look at yourself, and you need to understand, why am I asking Luke such stupid questions when I know the answer already? You already know the answer. How do I stop procrastinating? I'm lazy. I'm scared, bro. I'm worried. You know the fucking answer. Go work. Go start. Go buy that course. Go quit the job. Go drop out of school. Go apply to the interview. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You simply do it. And if you won't do it, or if there is a mental limitation there, you know why? It's because you don't want it bad enough.